Hey everyone, welcome to this webinar. I think it's the first webinar by Keywords Everywhere. And I'm really excited because what I'm about to share is going to be really helpful and it's pretty comprehensive, which is why I'm going to show a live example of using the strategy on an actual website here in Australia. So I will just quickly first introduce who I am. Hello, everyone. My name is Naomi. I have been working in SEO for the past 6 years. I started when I was 18. I started my own website to just understand what is digital marketing about. And then I joined an agency back in India for the past 3 years. I worked there with amazing clients and with amazing people. And currently I am in Sydney, Australia, and I'm working for a local business and basically consulting on the side as well. And with Keywords Everywhere, I'm going to show you the best practical strategy in 2025 to use your keywords and like how to exactly find the best keywords for your website and how to optimize it to get more traffic. So that's a little bit about me. If you guys want to connect with me on LinkedIn, I'm just going to quickly share my LinkedIn profile in case you want to stay connected. And along with that, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask, because the strategy I'm going to share is going to be a bit comprehensive and it's going to be probably a bit overwhelming, especially if there are a lot of beginners over here. So I'm going to make sure that this webinar is of course recorded and shared with you so that you can refer it later on. So yeah, anyways, that's a little bit about me. And I'm so excited to have you guys here. Thank you for your time. Let's get started with the strategy. So I'm going to quickly share my screen. Yeah, you guys can feel free to ask me any questions that you have, and I'll do my best to answer them. I'm going to give you an example of a website that I'm actually working on, but I'm using their competitor because I don't want to disclose the actual website. But we use this strategy like pretty recently and we saw some really good numbers. We saw a good increase in the keyword rankings and I'm going to share that with you. It's pretty simple, but at the same time, it's very practical. Anyway, so yeah, let's just get started. I've made a very pretty easy template for you guys to understand this, and also some of the templates that I will be sharing is pretty similar to the ones that I've created over here in marketing templates. So you guys can definitely refer to this as well if you want more templates like this. And basically in this keyword strategy, we are going to make sure that we be very practical, because right now with everything that's happening with AI overviews, AI mode, of course the strategy has changed a lot, but I do definitely know that the main core principles and the foundation of keyword research is pretty much intact. And a lot of times with so many different terms and noise that is coming around, we often forget the fundamentals of actual keyword research. We forget that we're supposed to see things in the business point of view, and a lot of times we get caught up with all the different terms and strategies that are coming up. So what I'm going to share is going to be pretty practical, mixed with what's going on right now. So let's start with how do we actually get started with in terms of keyword research. I'm going to use an actual website. So I'm taking the example of this website and we're going to practically do a keyword research on this to actually understand what works best right now. So as you can see, this is e-commerce website. They sell everything in terms of tiles. It's based in Sydney and they are one of our competitors of one of my clients. And so basically what we're going to do is we're going to go with one page, and I would like to go with bathroom tiles because it's a pretty popular keyword. And I'm going to make sure that whatever the information that's present on the website, we're going to first understand that. So in terms of keyword research, what I strongly believe is first we need to understand what is the business about. Instead of just quickly going to the tools and doing all this complicated stuff at first, I think we should first begin with actually understanding what the business is about. And don't see this as an SEO. See this as an actual user, like a customer that is on the website. Try to understand what kind of products they sell, what is their message about, what intents they want to cover in this website. So in terms of bathroom tiles, we see that their main seed keyword or their target keyword is bathroom tiles. As you can see, they have a list of products. They have pretty much good content as well, and we can figure out a couple of secondary keywords that they want to target over here. So now that you have seen this website as an actual user and understood their business, the next step would be to understand what kind of audience will actually come on this website. And this is something that we often overlook. We are just so busy trying to see the search volume and how many keywords are there that can bring the best traffic, but we don't actually strategize and understand how to exactly reach our target audience. And to reach our target audience, we need to make sure we understand who is our target audience, right? So in this example, we are going to go with first, I have added over here the main URL that we'll be working on. In terms of the audience, from what I could gather is we could make sense that there are a lot of people that want to renovate the bathroom. So of course, it would be them mostly. There would be first-time home buyers. There could be some interior designers, stylists looking for bathroom tiles for their clients. There could be some builders, tradies, DIY enthusiasts. And the second step is once you understand who are your audience, you need to understand like where are they coming from? What is their intent? Are they just trying to look for information, or are they actually looking to purchase a product? So before any keyword research starts, you need to really understand the foundation or the roots of why you want to pick a certain keyword, right? So when you do that, you actually first understand who's your audience, what is their intent. And I have just given a quick mention over here of each and individual intent. As you can see, people who are renovating their homes or people that are very price sensitive, they know what they want. They know that they want something really cheap and very transactional, and just they want to purchase it very quickly. Some people just want information, like the first time home buyers. They are curious, they don't know much, they just want to understand what kind of tiles are best for them. Tradies and interior designers, they are mostly like browsing through the different brands that are there. Some of them even know what kind of brands they want to go for. Maybe Bunnings or Beaumont tiles could be their preference, or maybe if they want something really price sensitive, they probably come over here. And another thing is that, as you can see, this is Cheap Tiles Online. The name is all about price-sensitive website. But at the same time, a lot of us get confused with actually understanding the intent. Maybe if we target luxury tiles or maybe something high-end or premium tiles, that won't make sense for our target audience, because our target audience wants to buy tiles that are cheap. So you have to also make sure that what kind of price range, in terms of this, it's price range. In terms of any of your business or service, you have to understand what exactly are the audience and how you target them. You cannot put like expensive or premium related keywords into this website, because that doesn't make sense. It's completely opposite to what you're actually providing. So this is an example of an e-commerce website. I know some of you guys have probably a local business or informational website, but essentially every business has a product or service to provide, right? So we're using that example over here. And in terms of this, their main product is tiles, and we're going to narrow it down to bathroom tiles as one of their core offerings, one of the strategies to do our keyword research on. So now once we understand who is our audience, what is their intent, we understood their products and service. As you can see over here, they have bathroom tiles, but at the same time, it's not just bathroom tiles, right? Their products, we can get a number of related or semantic keywords we can find. Basically, bathroom tiles would be the main umbrella, and under that there are various categories that we can target further. So in terms of different types of bathroom shape, there is big bathroom tiles, small bathroom tiles. In terms of the material, there is porcelain bathroom tiles, there's ceramic bathroom tiles, and all of these have individual keywords, right? And before, in our earlier practices, we would probably take a couple of keywords and optimize for them, and it would actually work. But right now, with everything being so competitive right now, with AI stealing most of our traffic and our content, what I have found best from my own practical experience and something that I've seen with other businesses as well, is that you need to make a very strong cluster of keywords that you want to target. You can't just target bathroom tiles and think that you will rank within a couple of weeks. You need to build topical authority in this specific topic, so that not only Google trusts you, but every other user trusts you. Because right now, if you just put bathroom tiles, you won't be really visible. To get maximum visibility, you need to make sure that you cover A to Z of all the keywords that are present in this bathroom tiles. And I'm not talking about stuffing everything into this one page. That would be insane. But what I mean is that once you select a seed keyword, you need to cluster it down into subcategories and categories further than that, so that you can target different channels of Google Search Console, or you can target different social media platforms, different search engines, and that will bring you maximum visibility. And that's a topic for later on. But in terms of keyword research, you need to first understand what's the seed keyword, which we found out it was bathroom tiles, and under that we have understood that bathroom tiles has different categories under that. They have different materials, they have different shapes, different colors, different size, finish, etc. So once we found that out, I have just basically added all the keywords that I could see from this website, right? They have mentioned a lot of it over here. They have mentioned a lot of it in their filter as well. We get a good idea of the kind of services that they offer through the filters itself. So basically, the first thing when you do is when you actually take down keywords, first do it yourself. Don't go to any tool, don't go to any other third-party platform. First, actually understand from your point of view, you put your SEO hat on and you understand what are the products and services. And once this is done, then you can go to the next step of checking it on different tools. And of course, Keywords Everywhere is one of the best platforms in terms of keyword research. If you want to find the search volumes for all these keywords, first add all the keywords that I want to target, and then I just add all the keywords into the bulk keyword tool, and basically we get to know each and everything from the search volumes to CPC, and this is directly fetched from Google itself, so we can find each and every detail over here. You can use Keywords Everywhere, of course, but at the same time I feel even Google Search Console is another great way where you can just fetch keywords that people look for in your website. And if you have this plugin, if you have Keywords Everywhere, on Google Search Console, you can actually find the search volume and the CPC and everything in the Google Search Console itself. So you don't need to go to any other third party to find out individual search volume. So we have made a cluster of each and every important category that we could see, and we're going to target every single keyword based on the cluster. And one thing that I have already mentioned is that the more you target these specific keywords, the more you understand them, you'll be able to gain a lot of authority in terms of Google, because you are talking about a range of topics, and the users can also see that you are actually credible and authoritative in terms of the topics that you're choosing, in terms of blogs, or it could be in the category section, in terms of the reviews. You need to build all these different platforms credibility to ensure that you get maximum visibility. So in terms of the clusters, we have picked this up and we have added it over here. And what I like to do next is, once a cluster is chosen, we go into the next step, which is deciding the funnel. Also, guys, if you feel I'm going a bit too quick, you can let me know, because I know sometimes my brain works a bit too much and faster, and I end up like forgetting what I'm actually saying. So you can let me know if you have any questions. If you want me to slow down a bit, I can definitely do that. But anyways, coming back to the funnel, we have, of course, people that are looking just for informational. That would be top of the funnel, middle, and bottom. And I know a lot of people and a lot of SEOs are saying that top of the funnel is obsolete. It doesn't really matter right now because Google AI overviews and AI mode is stealing half of the traffic or most of it in top of the funnel. But to be honest, I feel like the strategy can change in that, because I feel people are always going to look for answers, but there are different kinds of people looking for answers. There are some people that would prefer text-based content, and which is why I know AI overviews is taking that. But what I have done for my client is that we are also ensuring that we make video-based content with actual people showing actual products and addressing top of the funnel questions. So in terms of basically people who are like renovating the house for the first time, or people who want to buy a new house, these people have literally no idea what kind of tile should I get, like what are these different materials, do they make sense? So what we are doing is we are also targeting actual, like we're targeting YouTube by making YouTube videos. We are addressing these questions through a human, and of course blogs are also a way to address these questions. But I feel like right now, with everything that's going on, YouTube is also one of the best search engines, and thankfully AI has not had any impact on it. So I feel the more human you are, the more human your brand is, and the more questions you answer in terms of helping a user, like genuinely helping a user and not in terms of ranking, you actually will see a lot of results. And this is something that you can definitely try. Of course, YouTube is one way where you can address top of the funnel keywords, but there are other forms as well. You can go on Pinterest and probably target your blog posts and Pinterest, and you can probably do like a live webinar. You can probably do an actual workshop where you can help people address what kind of best bathroom tiles they want to purchase. So in terms of top of the funnel, this is my take in terms of everything that's going on right now. I don't think that it's completely dead. I feel like a part of it is dead in terms of content, but I feel like places where people can see an actual human and actually get advice on that would always be there, at least for now. So this is something that you can try in terms of, this funnel. So now in the middle of the funnel, there are people that would compare different price range. There'll be people trying to evaluate different options. We of course have this website where we want to target, but there are users that could probably compare this website with Beaumont Tiles or with Bunnings, different tile shops that are in Australia. So in terms of that, you can definitely make sure that you address middle of the funnel questions. And I feel like the target page where you can add these keywords is in the collection page. So this is a collection page, and you can see that they have addressed a couple of these questions over here already. So in terms of the keywords, of course, we have already spoken about top of the funnel. It's mostly information like what kind of material should I use for my bathroom tiles? What kind of size do I require? Middle of the funnel is more about like the price guide or comparison of different materials and different products, so that these people actually go on to the next step, which is bottom of the funnel. This is actually where conversions happen, where people actually buy. And of course, our audience, we have added away and what kind of intent, and based on the intent of the bottom of the funnel, we have to make sure the keywords are also relating to that. So you can see that mostly in terms of pricing, in terms of discount, or very specific to converting a user, those kind of keywords we use over here. You can use the product pages would be the main conversion, is the actual place where the conversion will happen, and even the merchant center. And one thing about keywords everywhere is like, if you just put on bathroom tiles over here, right, and you just scroll down where the actual, as you can see, we get a good idea of different keywords and their search volume over here itself. Especially in terms of long tail keywords or related keywords, we get a good idea. But I feel like what is even much more better is like, if you want to understand user search intent of, let's say, bathroom tiles, the list of bathroom tiles and the search intent, you can just go on to ChatGPT, click on ChatGPT here with the user search intent, and it does everything for you. Like, you don't have to worry about individually analyzing each and every keyword. This is a very smart way to find out what different intents users have and finding out the keywords that each intent has. Now, let's say this is just like, this user intent is just transactional. You can also tell them to mention commercial intents, and it'll just do that for you within a couple of seconds. So in terms of making your work much more faster and efficient, I would say that you should definitely check this out. But now when we're talking about in the funnel system, right? So over here as well, you can cluster the keywords. You can even analyze what kind of content that they have. But for now, in terms of clustering the keywords, they've already done that over here, as you can see. But as you can see, this at the same time, it's not completely full. If you want to get a couple of more ideas, because I'm pretty sure there are a lot of keywords that I probably missed. These are the keywords that I have added based on my own study of the website. So when you actually add this prompt over here, you get a list of keywords that you probably have missed. For example, over here, as you can see, there's a lot of keywords related to design that are there, and it has really good search volume, like bathroom floor tiles design, wall tiles. There are some colors that I can also add, which I have missed. So as you can see, this could be best for informational, and then use that for even converting the user in terms of the cleaner, if they have cleaners. I'm not sure about that. But yeah, so basically, this is like a branded keyword, so it doesn't make sense. Even this is branded. So you get to actually make your keyword research much more refined once you actually find out clusters. And now, since you've already done this by yourself, you can make it much more efficient by using all the database that is present in Google to cluster these keywords. And once the funnel is created, what I like to do is go on individual keywords and find out the long tail keywords, semantic keywords. So now you have a database of every, like, the universe of all the keywords that you could possibly find under a simple category called bathroom tiles. Now imagine your entire website is catered to addressing these questions, targeting all these keywords. There is no way in any shape or form that you won't actually see an increase in your keywords ranking. This is something that we have seen. I'll show you the results later. But what I mean to say is, don't just narrow yourself down or narrow the business down to just one keyword. Make sure that you actually understand what the business is about, what kind of key products that they are selling, the services that they are offering, what different categories they have over here. And once you create that, and once you create the cluster, and through the cluster you understand each and every funnel, you actually can target your content in a very holistic way instead of just a narrow way. So now we have already added the keywords based on the funnel. Now you can even go a step further by adding long tail keywords over here. You can even find the long tail keywords from here, as I mentioned. Along with that, you can even add semantic keywords. So semantic keywords are basically keywords that are similar to, like, let's say for example, we have taken porcelain bathroom tiles, right? So ceramic bathroom tiles is the exact opposite of porcelain bathroom tiles. It is in the same category, it's in the same material category, but however it's different. So you can even target this keyword, because a lot of people ask, like, what is porcelain bathroom tiles and ceramic bathroom tiles, and they want to know where can these materials be used, because porcelain is best used on floors. You can't use ceramic tiles on floors. So you can address all these questions using long tail keywords. You can find out the semantic keywords to further like list down every possible keywords in the same category. So I've mentioned that over here as well. For example, of square bathroom tiles, there are different terms of square bathroom tiles, like 3x3 or 6x6 or 12x12. Okay, some of you guys might actually be confused what I'm saying, but these are basically sizes. These are in terms of the layout of the square bathroom tile. So yeah, if you guys get confused, please let me know, because some of it can be really confusing for people that are understanding this. So yeah, this is basically it. And now this is of course the main keyword strategy that is there, which will help you all, but this is not going to guarantee you actually get results. To get results, we need to go a step further by doing various level of optimization. You can't stuff all these keywords into one. What I have done, and this is not related to this webinar, probably if you want, we can make another webinar on actually targeting these keywords in different platforms. But right now, what I strongly believe with 2025, with all the changes that are happening in terms of AI, in terms of SGE, I feel like Omni SEO is going to be the best strategy right now. And Omni SEO will be best used once you actually create clusters, once you create funnels, you have topical authority of all this. Because let me show you an example, because once you address all these questions, once you're actually ranking for these keywords, because ranking on these keywords would be much more easier, because first of all, they have less search volume, they have less keyword difficulty, these are more long tail, these are more specific and niche. So once you actually build authority for all these keywords, you will automatically, once you internal link, once you correlate these pages to the actual main page, will automatically see this keyword, which is much more difficult, which has much more search volume. You'll be able to rank for this much more easily, because you are building the foundation by targeting all these keywords. I hope that makes sense. But I can show you an example, because for me as well, this was more of, what do you say, a hypothesis, because I saw a couple of SEOs try this, and since I'm working on an e-commerce website, I'm like, let me give it a try. I asked my manager, like, hey, let's do this crazy thing where we introduce a lot of collection pages and target all these keywords. And of course, we saw a result, a change in the results. It improved. As you can see, the keywords that we were targeting, we could see a huge increase. And then this is just like recent, because we just migrated our website recently. But of course, we wanted to change the server, which is why we migrated it. But you can do this pretty much by yourself. You don't need to target every single category, because I know it's going to be very time consuming. And I would also like to emphasize, just making a collection page of pink bathroom tiles, you cannot expect to rank. You need to create high quality content for each of these. What we have done is we have taken it a step further by actually making a YouTube video and explaining all these different attributes over here, which has made it much more beneficial for us, and which is why you can see the results improve. It doesn't just happen by doing keyword research, but you have to do the right keyword research. And once you do the right keyword research, you need to implement them in your website and in different channels to actually see a growth in the performance. So I hope this made sense, because as you can see, a lot of our keywords, we saw an increase in ranking. A lot of our pages started ranking. The traffic definitely improved. And this happened because we were very strategic in terms of making sure each and every keyword is addressed. If you have a bathroom tiles page, page, and if you want to create a page for, let's say, ceramic bathroom tiles, imagine how easy that would be for the user, because they don't have to go through all these filters and do it by themselves. They can probably go to the navigation and go to the, let's say, material and find like ceramic bathroom tiles. Like, it would be so much simpler for them. It would help the users. It is also helping you. And I feel like once you actually understand the cluster, once you understand the products that they're offering, it will be much more easier for you to do that. So that was basically, in short, the keyword research, the right keyword research that you can definitely target to ensure that you can see an improvement in ranking. And that's basically it. And if you guys have any questions, more than happy to answer them. And I did also forget to mention about this, or maybe because for me, I do a lot of my work by my, like, manually. Like, I actually do a lot of keyword research manually, but of course I do miss out on a lot of keywords by not using tools. So in terms of even competitors, if you want to understand, like, let's say the keywords that I'm targeting, probably my competitor is not targeting, or vice versa. So you can find that over here. You can just put the domain cheap tiles online. Yeah. And we can try to find out what keywords our competitor is ranking, but we are not ranking. So on the top of my head, there are some competitors like TF4, and there's Beaumont tiles. Okay. I think this is it. Yeah, Beaumont tiles. And I think, yeah, there's National tiles. You guys are wondering, how do I know so much about this? Because, like, I'm literally working on this. I know way too much about tiles than I should. But yeah, so now once you have added your competitors, you can find out what keywords they are ranking for and you are not. Of course, this is the total list of keywords, but to further narrow it down, you just put bathroom. Okay, someone has asked a question on the results tab. In the results tab, can you please explain the banding in the first column and the relationship to the totals? The banding, I mean, from basically, let me tell you how I got this. So we have a list of keywords that I wanted to target. So as I said, I can't show you all the keywords because they are an insane amount of keywords. We have 500, and that's just the start. There are more than 500, like 1,000 keywords, but for now we have taken 500 keywords. For one of our client that I'm working on right now, they have same. It's, as I said, this is a competitor. The client that I have, this is their competitor. So we have taken 500 keywords. And for the month of March, this was the results of most of the keywords. As you can see, we had 38 keywords that were ranking in the top 5. We had more than almost 250 keywords that were not even ranking. And just to emphasize how exactly this happened, like how did we increase the results, we worked on first understanding, like, because I took on the website around March, and yeah, someone's in, so 501 are the number of keywords, not pages. Yeah, these are the keywords. Let me emphasize that these are the keywords, these are not the pages. Because this all keywords are pretty much related to what I mentioned over here. We clustered the keywords, and we had more than 500 keywords, and we clustered them, made a funnel out of it, and based on each funnel, we created a list of pages. And we didn't make like 500 pages, but we definitely made important pages that had good search volume. Like, for example, if you can see in porcelain bathroom, like, just for example of these keywords, right? If you actually see the search volume, it's pretty high, but it's not as high compared to bathroom tiles, because bathroom tiles has more than like almost 10,000 search volume. Like, it's more than that in Australia at least. So that's why we have clustered the keywords. We made collection pages for each keywords addressing the specific products. Like in square bathroom tiles, we just had square bathroom tiles. We did not have circle bathroom tiles. Like, I'm just giving an example. And in square bathroom tiles, we made our titles, meta description, H1, the content, the FAQs, everything catered to square bathroom tiles. So if you want to know anything about square bathroom tiles, we covered everything about it. And under square bathroom tiles, we further narrowed it down to small square bathroom tiles, large square bathroom tiles, like we ceramic square bathroom tiles, or even this had further categories like pink square bathroom tiles, gloss square bathroom tiles. Like, it is insane the amount of keywords that you can target. Once you actually understand the business, you can target so many keywords, and which is why we had about 500 keywords. I started around March for this website, and this was the rankings that were there. And then once we made the list of keywords, we migrated, and we introduced about 100 new collection pages targeting all these clusters, at least some of the most important ones that my manager allowed me to. We targeted those collection pages, made high quality content. We hired a content writer. We no AI, everything was like pure high quality content. And then we made YouTube videos addressing some of the top and middle of the funnel questions. And then, of course, strong internal linking was another major factor. And we saw like within a month, our keywords like improved a lot. Our average position went from like 30 to 20. In terms of even merchant center, we didn't leave merchant center alone. The titles, everything, we optimized that as well. So the thing about like right now, you can't just focus on the website. If you're just solely focusing on the website, you're going to not prevail. You're not going to in the long term, it doesn't make sense. So you have to make sure you target every single platform. So which is why we are targeting right now the website, we're targeting YouTube, we're targeting Merchant Center. And all these platforms have really strong keywords that we have found out. So that's why this is the results that you see. So now, okay, I got another question. So a keyword is defined as 3 words. Example, ceramic bathroom tiles. Can you please show, okay, once again. So can you please show an example of a keyword ranking in top 5 of a keyword? I mean, I can't show you my clients because there's confidentiality issues, but I'm just giving an example, like let's say Moroccan bathroom tiles. I think this cheap tiles, this website is ranking for that, right? So Moroccan bathroom tiles, or one of our clients just passed by. Okay, no, they're not ranking over here. Like, let's just say ceramic bathroom tiles. Because even this website that I'm talking about right now, even they have done the same strategy, and they are ranking for like a lot of keywords in at least merchant center and stuff. I think I need to use incognito because the results are not pretty accurate. They are basically over here, but what I mean to say is that like once you have a page dedicated for small bathroom tiles, you'll be able to see yourself like easily improve your rankings, because you're not just targeting like let's say small bathroom tiles, you're targeting a universe of keywords even under small bathroom tiles. So under small bathroom tiles, you even have small porcelain tiles, small ceramic tiles, etc. So which is why I feel like these clusters are just like the tip of the iceberg, and below that you can further target even more questions. Let me just see another question that someone is asking. I couldn't connect sooner due to connectivity issues. Will there be a recorded of it later? Can't understand much of it now with the proper context. Yes, there is going to be a recorded version that's going to be sent to you. If you couldn't make it early, or if you couldn't make it at all, you can just watch the recorded version. Yeah, and another question is, what is the best way to find out what keywords a site has now? Is it across all pages on the site or just the home page? Interesting. So let's take an example of, like Tile Cloud, another competitor of ours. So if you want to know what kind of keywords they have, first of all, I would also like to emphasize, a lot of times websites, they like businesses, if they didn't have proper SEO, they wouldn't know what kind of keywords to target. They just know that, okay, I'm selling bathroom tiles, I'm just going to write about bathroom tiles. So you need to dig deeper and actually understand their products and understand that there are different categories that they have. So even though they don't have the content right now, you need to further dig deeper and find out the different universe of keywords that are there. You can of course use keywords everywhere to find out related keywords, long tail keywords, like you can find over here. But apart from that, if you want to even check the competitors, you can just do a quick manual check of what keywords your competitors are targeting, like TFO, for example. You can see like they are doing pretty well, because I think most of it, their website is pretty strong branding that they have, which is why they have that authority. But for someone that doesn't have authority, a website that doesn't have authority, it's a small business, how do you compete with such big businesses, right? And that's why my client that I'm giving an example of, it's a very small business. They have a strong offline presence, like people know about them offline, but online they have almost no presence, because their main foundation, which was the keyword research that they were supposed to do, sorry, I completely went to another tab. Okay, but the main foundation that they were supposed to do, that keyword research, was not intact, which is why once as an SEO, once you understand their products, you understand the services, you understand what kind of questions people are asking, you need to go to Reddit, Quora, and all these discussion forums to see what are the main pain points of the users. You need to go to the competitors and do a competitor gap analysis and understand that what keywords a competitor is ranking for. So you need to first work completely by yourself, use every form of tool you possibly can, from third-party tools to Google Search Console to your own website to your competitor's website. You need to use all these tools to like literally list down all the keywords and then find out what are their intents. You need to funnel them down, narrow it down to different funnels: people that want to buy, people that don't want to buy, people just want to have information, understand what are their semantic keywords, what are their long tail keywords, and make a very strong strategy by afterwards. Like once you have all the keywords, you need to roll it out. You need to start targeting different channels. You can't target everything on the website, which is what I was emphasizing, because right now Google, even if you just check, I'll just show you an example. Like if you just put bathroom tiles, right, you won't just find the blue links. You will of course see ads, you will see Google My Business, you will see popular products, which is merchant center. So which is why even my merchant center, I make sure that like we really target every, like even like for example, in very simple terms, as you can see, this tile is a non-slip tile, and if I'm not wrong, this is a porcelain tile. Okay, so it would, imagine if you just actually mention porcelain tile as a keyword, this is a beige tile. So you also target the fact that this color is beige. You target the material of this. In the description, you can add where it can be used. So that's the thing. Like you can't just put the name, okay, this is Johnson Tiles, and it is like 30x60. That's it. You need to also make sure that every other aspect of this product is addressed so that Google understands, because Google won't see this image and be like, oh yeah, this is a porcelain tile, this is a beach tile, and this can be used only outdoors, this can't be used indoors. Google will not be able to know that. So which is why you need to really understand the product, target those keywords into merchant center, into your product pages, into your collection pages, so that very clear to Google. Like Google will not have to do a really comprehensive scanning to understand what your website is about, because everything is already there. And right now with, of course, AEO and all these different terms that are coming up, I feel like honestly SEO is just going to be SEO in the end. And of course the keyword research is going to be intact, but I feel like right now with all the terms that are coming up, AEO and GEO, I think what is essential is that we just adapt to the changes that are happening, because currently right now for AI wants crisp, short answers. So if someone is asking, can I use ceramic tiles on floors? You put a Q&A, you can just answer it in a very crisp and short way. Like, no, you cannot use ceramic tiles on floors. And you can target the keywords, and as they have done over here in terms of the bathroom tiles. So basically right now you have to make sure you're very short and crisp. Your information is very clear, concise. You use schema markup. Your keywords are present basically in all of these important places, and you'll be able to see good results. So yeah, once you actually do a comprehensive understanding of your business, of your audience, once you understand the clusters that are there under each keyword, you understand the funnel of each cluster, you understand the long tail keywords people ask, you understand the semantic keywords, and once you start targeting them, like rolling it out, implementing them everywhere, you will automatically start to see results. Like I can bet you on that. And which is why the results, as you can see over here, this is just the start. We have just like rolled it out. It's not even been a month, but we could see the results already change. So yeah, guys, I hope that made sense, because I have pretty much covered everything important. If you have any questions, I would love to answer them. Let me just see if there are any questions. Okay, I think pretty much that's it. But yeah, I hope this was clear and you could understand everything I mentioned. But if you want to access this later on and you want to implement this and use the strategies, but you don't have you probably join late, you can definitely access this later on. I got another question. How did you get the number of keywords in each category? on the results tab. How do you get the number of keywords? So in the results tab, let me just show you. Okay, you're meaning about this, right? So this is an example of one of our another client, and this is a nursery based in Dubai. So if you're asking me how did I get the results, as you can see in the results tab, I essentially do it using formulas. So this are the list of keywords that I want to target, right? In terms of this client, we started tracking them from January. None of the keywords were ranking. And then with the implementations, we basically added the, like every single month I do a monthly check to see what is the performance, where are they ranking for, and this is how you exactly get to know where you're ranking. You can use a formula to make it easy to understand, okay, how many keywords are not in 100, how many keywords are between in the top 5, how many keywords are in the top 10, and then you add those keywords over here. Yeah, so that's basically how I got that. I hope this made sense. This is just another example of a client, but this is essentially it. You just track the keywords every single month and you note it down, and that's what I did, but in not bathroom tiles, but the entire tile e-commerce website that I was talking about. So that's essentially it. Let me see another question. Okay. Did you enter each keyword and find which page it was on? Yeah. So the thing is that there are certain tools where you can track your keywords. If you want to understand the ranking for each keyword, you can manually do that by, like, let's say, for example, I put bathroom tiles, and my website is on the third page. So you just note it down in the third ranking section. So that's basically how it is. You do it manually. I feel manual is the best, but I even can use the rank tank tool, where basically in rank tank it's a paid thing, but you can quickly get the results of the rankings for each and every keyword. Okay, do you have an app that tells you which page SERP category they show up on? Yeah, as I mentioned, rank tank. I can mention that over here, which I personally use. That's pretty easy to understand. Rank tank. Yeah, I think my accent a bit weird, I don't know, but yeah, it's rank tank. So I can show you. I think I have it. Oh, I don't have it over here. I don't know if you guys have users. It's actually pretty good. I wouldn't say it's 100% accurate, which is why I mix it up with using the tool, and along with that doing a keyword research, doing a manual keyword research as well. Do you have an app or script to say ceramic bathroom tiles appear on page 6 to 10, or do you do this manually? No, I use a formula because so this formula actually my boss taught me about. I'll just show you guys. So there's a formula on the Excel sheets where you can actually find the ranking for individual category of the keywords. I need you guys to I can't find it because this is not my work laptop, but I can definitely help you with the formula for it. I think on pretty much ChatGPT you can just ask, you can use the formula to find it out, or else you can just do it manually if you have less number of keywords. But if you have a lot of keywords, it's much more better to just use the formula that's there. For some reason I just cannot find it, but yeah, I hope that answers it. I use a formula from Google Excel to find out the keywords. What is even much more easier is you just give it to ChatGPT all the list of keywords, and it can just do that for you. You don't even need to spend a lot of time doing it manually. But I feel manually, I'm a little bit old school in terms of that. I still do manual checks because it just makes sure that I have that validation that it's correct or not. And a lot of times, and especially if you see there's a huge dip, rank tank shows that by 60% your website decreased, it's probably not accurate, because sometimes I've noticed that if you see a huge number of change in terms of the keyword, it could be probably a glitch, or sometimes it just happens where your keywords keep on changing. Every single day your keyword ranking even changes based on the device you use, based on the location that you're in, based on what kind of preferences you have. So I wouldn't say it's 100% accurate, either manual or rank tank. It's none of them are, but you can actually at least get an idea of your ranking and approximate of your ranking using these tools. You did manual research to determine whether the keyword ranked? Yeah, you can do that. You can go on incognito and you can check the ranking using manual search, or you can just use a tool to make it much more easier. It's completely up to you. For me, I like to use both just to make sure that I cross check. But yeah, that's basically how I do my keyword research. If you guys have any other questions, do let me know. I'm just going through the questions. I'm seeing if I missed anything. But yeah, I think that's pretty much. Thank you so much. This has been an amazing webinar. Like, oh, thank you so much. It means a lot. It's actually my first webinar, and I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to get used to it. But when it comes to SEO, I think I can just yap for like hours. I don't mind. But yeah, definitely connect with me on LinkedIn. I share a lot over there. If you guys like this webinar, we would love to make more such webinars. I would love to discuss more about e-commerce if you guys are interested. Local, like, because I'm handling couple of these websites and I do a lot of trials and testings to see what works, and I would love to have more such events. So do let me know what you guys think. If you like this webinar, don't worry, you can access this later on. If you found I know I speak a bit too fast at times, so if you found it confusing, you can let me know. I would like to answer your questions individually, so there's no issue on that. But yeah, thank you so much. I learned a lot. Oh, thank you so much. It means a lot to me. Thank you. I'm glad. Okay, so guys, I don't want to waste much of your time. It's an hour, but thank you so much for joining. It really means a lot that you actually took your time out for this. And if you guys want more such videos, we would love to offer them. And yeah, thank you so much for joining. And I'll see you guys probably in the next webinar, but you can access this whenever you want. Okay, bye-bye.